Hello everyone, welcome to my vlog. It's Monday morning. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. It's been extremely busy for me and I had a few projects on the go, and also I tried to spend a little bit of time with my family. But it's Monday and it's time to get back to work. So on today's vlog, I would like to kind of go back to photography. Last few vlogs I was chatting a little bit about myself and some experiences and stuff like that. But today I'd like to go back, you know, just full into photography. So on today's vlog, I would like to chat a little bit more about editing. As you probably know, editing is extremely important part of our photography journey. It seems like it's mandatory. There's no way these days with that kind of quality and you know the stuff what we're trying to achieve, that we can simply skip editing and skip Photoshop and skip retouching. There is no way around it. We cannot really do some of those things just by having good light and good cameras. We have to take this image to the next level by retouching it and then editing and making kind of polish the best way, so you know the image gets that's really unique and at high class level of, you know, the way it looks. And the main reason I want to talk about it is because it's, as I said, it's extremely important part of our journey. And then, you know, sometimes I think that we try to kind of take a shortcuts with some of those things, and then, you know, we kind of, well, maybe, you know, it's we can kind of avoid this and then stuff like that. But unfortunately, that's not the case. And as you probably know, the clients these days that demand you know, images to be retouched, you know, and then, you know, we have to know how to do it, because bad retouching can also kind of make us make our photography look even worse. So we have to make sure that, you know, we doing this right, we have control over this, we know how much we can push it, and also retouching helps us to develop our own style. And as you probably know, and those guys who've, you know, been retouching their images for quite a bit, they know it's not an easy thing. You know, it takes time, it's frustrating, it's extremely hard to learn some of those things. It seems like there is another thing on our shoulders which we have to master to make sure that we know exactly what we are doing. For me especially, it was really difficult process. It took me over 3 years to learn all those things, and then basically the problem is that there's no schools, there is no I don't know, courses where you can actually go and learn all this stuff. You have to do it like in certain stages where, you know, you learn a little bit here, you learn a little bit there, then you try to put this whole thing together, and then, you know, by practicing and practicing and practicing, you start finally seeing the results. And the way I learn retouching, and I still think I have way and a long way to go, was mostly from 3 individuals, and I would like to actually mention their name, but also I will add their links to description so you guys can see what they're doing. And you know, they have amazing workshops which really help you to understand. So first of them, and I think one of the best ones, is Yulia Kuzmenko. She is, as you probably, well, some of you probably know her. She is one of the best retoucher I know, like, you know, and then you know, the stuff what she does is simply amazing. And but also one of the wonderful things is that she shares the knowledge, she shares her experience, and then she shares some of those tips and tricks how to make the image look really good. Another one is Michael Voloshinovich. He's Polish. I don't know if he speaks Polish, but he's also one of my heroes, and he really mastered retouching. Like the stuff what he does, they're simply amazing. And the last one is Danny Diamond. I'm sure you've heard about this guy. He's really big on f-stoppers, and he creates amazing portraits. So those guys actually, they have amazing workshops which you can purchase online, and you can just basically watch them over and over again, and then basically try what these guys are doing and showing and then put into own workflow. And that's how I actually learn editing and then retouching. I'm trying to kind of pick some pieces from each of them, because everyone has kind of own style. They do things own way. Sometimes they're simple, sometimes they're very complicated, but they know their stuff. And then you can see that if you start applying their techniques into your own work, you will see, you're going to be amazed how those images turn out into something which you're going to be really happy, not to mention your clients. So I would definitely suggest to go and check these guys and see what they do. They keep updating their stuff about the new stuff, what they learn, what they know, and then you can really kind of follow what they do, and because there's always something new, interesting, and they come up with some new techniques and new ideas, and it's really wonderful that we have those individuals in this industry who they sharing their knowledge. So the next thing what I would like to chat about is how to even start with this, because it's something which also they tell you, but sometimes you try to kind of do own way, but I actually follow what they're suggested, and I can tell you that this really works. So I would like to show you have to start with having the proper tablet, and I'm using the Wacom Intuos 5 is the middle size, because there's 3 different sizes. There's a really big one, there is the small one, and there is the kind of medium one. So I have the medium one, and I really liked it because the big ones, then you have to just it's bigger, you have to just move around much wider space, so you don't really want that. The really small one, then it's just way too small, so I found the medium one works the best. The one thing what I want to say, because there's a lot of frustrations with this with tablets, and people say, well, especially when I start working on a tablet, it's difficult, it's hard, you just don't have this I would say the precision with your hand to do what you want to do. But I can assure you that after a couple of weeks, after, I don't know, the longest I would say the month, you will really get hand of it, and then you really feel that there's no way you can go back to using your mouse, because basically there's no way you can actually get those images retouched the way you can retouch them on the tablet, so using the mouse, because you're never gonna get, and you're never gonna be that precise like with the tablet. And that's the first step, and I would definitely recommend to start using tablets and use them just basically every day. Don't feel that I'll do it once a week or once every 2 weeks. Just use them every day. And what I was doing, especially at the beginning, when I was the most frustrated with this, I was trying to edit at least a couple images a day. That was my goal, and I was just everything what I could edit, I was actually trying to edit, because I knew every time I learned something, I actually I could feel and see that I'm getting better. So it's extremely important to start right away, keep practicing and keep practicing and keep practicing, and you will see the results come. The next important thing what I would like to say is don't get frustrated if you won't see the results, because the beginnings are always hard. And I noticed, especially with editing, it was much harder for me to learn how to edit than to do photography, because with the photography I found you know, it's fun because, you know, you can go to places, you can play with the camera, you have the gear, and here you're just staring at the screen of your computer and you have to come up with something which, you know, sometimes you just don't know where this whole thing is going. So make sure you practice a lot, and make sure also you watch those guys, those masters in this field, and learn from them, and apply everything what they do to your work. Even if you see doesn't work at the beginning, and you see, well, he says this technique should work, but it's just kind of, you know, doesn't kind of look this way. So just keep doing, because they know those techniques works, but you have to also train your eye to see some of those things, because I found that you're not only training your hand, you're not training your precision, but also with editing you really are training your eye, and that also takes time, and that takes a lot of practice to see things which you never seen before. And then also that's what I do. Don't kind of stick to one person and try to kind of repeat what they do. Try to do different things from different people, and try to you know, use different techniques and see which one works best. As you probably also know, to some of you who already do a lot of retouching, that sometimes those techniques work, sometimes they don't, but then you're gonna see right away what works on what, and you know what image you can use, well, on what image you can use, let's say, certain technique, and you know on which images those techniques they not gonna work. So to summarize all this stuff, I have to say that make sure you get on. If you're not retouching your images, get on it right away, because you're gonna be left behind, and there's no way you can compete with those images which are edited. Also learn how to edit properly, so those images, they don't look kind of overdone, and they don't look bad, or they don't kind of have, you know, specific look that, you know, if your client's gonna see the image is retouched and it's gonna say, well, I don't like that, that means, okay, you know what, there's something wrong, and you have to keep learning to make sure that the clients don't see those techniques applied to those images. And at the end, I would like to show you few images which are unretouched, and then how they look after retouching. So I hope that's also convince you to put maybe a little more focus on it, and yeah, and just basically make part of your routine, and you will see after a while retouching can be really fun, can be interesting, and then you can see that you can really make your images look absolutely stunning. I always compare those, like, you know, dirty car. You know, if you have an even beautiful car but it's dirty, and then you can kind of detail the car, polish, make shiny and beautiful, this car gonna look absolutely amazing, and gonna look absolutely outstanding. So this is the same what we can apply to your images. Even the images looks great, but you can take this image to absolutely new level, which gonna make your clients amazed, and they're gonna be extremely happy with your work, and also you're gonna be happy that you producing images which they look spectacular. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that those information give you a little bit more and new perspective on retouching and editing. If you have any comments, feel free to share them with me. I would like to definitely hear all those informations, and maybe some of your advice on retouching. I'm always waiting for any discussion and any information from you, because you know I learn with you as well. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Enjoy your week, and yeah, we'll chat soon.